I'm Tiffany Stead, and this is Amelia Hartley. In this video, you will learn how to navigate curbs. Please remember to keep safety as the #1 priority when practicing these skills. Amelia will now discuss each skill and demonstrate.
One skill that is helpful when you're becoming independent as a wheelchair user in the community and is also helpful for just working on your wheelies is learning to jump a curb. Now, it can be a very anxiety-provoking task and is good to build up on. So you do want to start by having a very good foundational wheeling before even attempting this task, including the ability to do wheelie pop-ups with your caster wheels at a pretty high height, because your caster wheels will have to come 6 inches up for a standard curb. Now, when you begin to approach curbs, it's good to find a shorter curb, or many PT or OT places will have platforms that are of lower heights to start with. However, I will be demonstrating on a standard 6-inch curb today, as that's what you'll find in the community. To think about where to start on a curb, you first need to find a place that's going to set you up for success in jumping it. You want to be relatively flat rather than on an incline, because being on a hill will make it very difficult. You also want the space between you and the curb to be clear of grates, big bumps, or holes in the sidewalk, and have relatively flat pavement leading up to it without a lot of rocks or leaves or other things. Similarly, you want the surface that you're jumping up onto to also be flat without a big dip right after the curb. These things will set you up for success, whereas if you have uneven surfaces, you're much more likely to fall or just not be successful in getting up. Then you want to start about 1.5 to 2 pushes away from the curb and be lined up so that you're directly in front of it rather than at an angle. Jumping at an angle will not be successful because your wheels will hit at different times. So once you're lined up, you're going to take 2 pushes just to check that you're about in the right spot. That is a good spot. And then what you want to do is practice just seeing how high you need to get your wheels to get up on the curb. You're not trying to jump it right now, just practicing lifting your caster wheels up so you can see about how high that's going to be. Then you'll be ready to start trying to practice jumping a curb. And at this point, you'll want to tag in your spotter. When jumping the curb with a spotter, you'll have your spotter just follow behind you and walk briskly as you approach the curb, such that if you are unable to get up the curb, they can help you avoid falling backwards. I will now show you what this looks like. For going forward off a curb, you again will have your spotter stand behind you and be ready to catch you if you pop off the curb and start falling backwards in your wheelie. For going backwards off a curb, you'll want to have your spotter stand directly behind you and be ready to catch you and prevent you from falling if your wheelchair starts to tip backwards too much.